Dear students, today I'm going to start with its structure and we will be discussing about the H6 pyramid as well. Okay, from chapter number 3, population composition. So as discussed earlier in our previous class about sex composition of the sex ratio, we came to know that there are few countries in the world which has a favorable sex ratio. Okay, means the ratio of females to males is like better. Okay, whereas there are few countries in the world where the sex ratio is not favorable to the female. Okay, like Latvia is the country which is having highest sex ratio in the world, and Qatar is the country which is having the lowest sex ratio in the world. Okay, so this variation is exist actually. There's a variation in the sex ratio in the sex ratio actually. Okay, in different parts of the world because of the socio-economic status. Okay, because of the socio-economic status of the country actually. Okay, so basically you will find that the European nations, okay, where the economic condition is much better actually in those countries, okay, the female sex ratio is quite better. Okay, whereas on the other hand, like the countries of Africa, some countries of Asia actually, okay, the sex ratio is not favorable to the females. Okay, because the economic condition of these countries are not so much developed. Okay, as well as the social and the cultural development is also not so high actually in this country. So this is the reason that the sex ratio is not favorable to the females in these countries. Okay, so today's topic which we are going to discuss is the age structure and the H6 pyramid. Okay, so as we all know that the people, okay, the total population of a country or the world actually, they belong to different age groups. Okay, they belong to different age groups. That means some of them are child, some of them are the middle-aged people, some of them are the old. Okay, so you'll find that some of the people they like I'm just giving you an example. You'll find that some people are in the age group of 0 to 5 years. Some are there in the age group of 5 to 10 years. Some are there in the age group of 10 to 15 years. Like this way, you will find that the population of a country or a region, okay, they comes under the different age groups. Okay, and this is known as the age structure actually. This is known as the age structure. That is the distribution of the total population. Okay, distribution of the total population according to the age groups is known as the age structure. Okay, so let us study what is age structure and then we'll study about the H6 pyramid. Age structure. So age structure basically represents the number of people of different age groups. Okay, the age structure, it basically represents the number of people of different age groups. Okay, so this is an important indicator of population since a larger size of population in the age group of 15 to 59 years indicates a large working population. Okay, so it is an important indicator of population composition. Okay, the age structure. The age structure is considered as an important indicator of population composition. Why? Because it indicates, okay, it indicates the status of a country. If more number of people are there in the age group of 15 to 59 years, it means that majority of the people, it means that majority of the people of that country, okay, they belong to the working population. Okay, so for our convenience actually we have classified the age groups here in three groups: 0 to 15 years, 15 to 59 years, and 60 years and above. So here you see 0 to 15 years. Who are this group of people actually? They are the children who are engaged in studies, education and all, and they are totally dependent on their parents. Again, 15 to 59 years, these are the people actually who are the working population, okay, who can do various kinds of work to earn their livelihood. Again, 60 years and above, okay, you will find that officially if the age is 60 years and above, that means the person is retired. Okay, officially he may not be available for engagement. That means this group of people, they are also dependent on the working population, that is 15 to 59 years. Okay, so if more number of people are there in the age group of 15 to 59 years, it means that the country has a larger working population. Okay, the country has a larger working population. A greater proportion of population above 60 years represents an aging population which requires more expenditure on the healthcare facilities. Okay, and if the percentage of population, okay, if the percentage of population in the age group of 60 years and above is quite higher, okay, so it means that the population of that country is aging. Okay, the population is aging. That means the percentage of old people is increasing in that country actually. Okay, and like there will be more expenditure on the part of the government actually. Okay, there will be more expenditure on the part of the government, because if the population becomes more old, more number of people become old actually, the government has to provide them health facilities and all. Okay, so more expenditure will be there on the healthcare facilities. Okay, because the people below the age group of 60 years and all, okay, they does not fall ill so much actually as compared to the people belonging to the age group of 60 years and above. Okay, so similarly high proportion of young population would mean that the region has a high birth rate and the population is youthful. Okay, so similarly high proportion of young population means if the percentage of population, okay, if the percentage of young population is more, okay, like 0 to 15 years, okay, if more number of people, or if more percentage of people are in the age group of 0 to 15 years actually, that means in that country more number of young people are there. Okay, most of the population are in its youthful stage. Okay, and it also indicates that the country has a higher birth rate. It is having higher birth rate, and this is the reason only that the number of people in the age group of 0 to 15 years is very high. Okay, so people belonging to different age groups, okay, the percentage of people belonging to different age groups, it provides a basic information, okay, about that particular country. So basically you will find that the highly developed nation, in the highly developed nation, more number of people you will find in the age group of like 15 to 59 and 60 years and above. But in the less developed countries, where the birth rate and the death rate is very much higher, you will find more number of people in the age group of 0 to 15 years, okay, and then 15 to 59 years, and very few number of people you will find in the age group of 60 years and above. Okay, so the countries which are having a less economic development, in those countries basically the birth rate is higher, okay, and the percentage of people are also more in the lower age group as compared to the higher age groups. So the next one which we are going to discuss is the H6 pyramid. Okay, now we are going to discuss about H6 pyramid. What is this H6 pyramid actually? Okay, see. So yesterday we have discussed about the sex composition, that is the number of male and the female. And today now we have discussed about the its composition, that is the number of people in different age group. Now you combine both the things. Now you combine both the things, the age of the people and their like sex actually, whether they are male or female actually. Okay, so you will find that 0 to 15 years age group, in between this in between this 0 to 15 years, how many are male and female? 15 to 59 years, how many are male and female? 60 years and above, how many are male and female? So now we are getting a detailed information about the population. Before we are getting the information only about the number of male and female in the sex ratio, in the sex composition. But and today in the age composition, we got the information, the total number of people in different age groups. But in the age sex composition, we are getting a detailed information like in different age groups, what is the number of male and the female. That means the age sex composition provides us a more detailed information about the population of a country. Okay, and this population, okay, the ratio of male and female in different age groups, when it is represented, okay, when it is represented in the form of a graph, okay, that is known as the H6 pyramid. Okay, so H6 pyramid is basically the graphical representation. Okay, it is basically the graphical representation of the population, okay, of the population of a country actually. Just see the diagram once here. So here you can see a diagram actually. So these diagrams actually, okay, these are known as the pyramids. Okay, these are known as the population pyramids. Okay, and these diagrams, it provides us information about the ratio, okay, between the male and female in different age groups that we are going to discuss. See, the H6 structure of a population, it basically refers to the number of females and males in the different age groups. Okay, the H6 structure of a population, basically it refers to the number of females and males. Okay, females and males in different age groups. Okay, so a population pyramid is used to show the H6 structure of the population. Okay, so we take help of the population pyramid actually. Okay, the population pyramid is used to show the H6 structure of the population. Okay, to show the H6 structure of the population. So basically the population pyramid is a graphical representation of what? It is a graphical representation of the age and the sex structure of the population actually. Okay. The shape of the population pyramid, it reflects the characteristics of population. Okay, and the shape of the population pyramid. Okay, the shape of the population pyramid, it reflects the characteristics of the population. Actually, it reflects the different characteristics of the population. Okay, so when we use the number of people, okay, number of male and female in different age groups, and we draw the diagram, actually, the diagram, it appears to be of different shape. Okay, the diagram appears to be of different shape. So by looking at the shape of the diagram only, we can easily say that whether in that country the population is high or less, okay, whether more number of males or females are in the lower age groups or not, that every detail aspects can be explained actually. Okay. So while drawing the diagram, actually, while drawing the population pyramid, the left side shows the percentage of male, while the right side, it shows the percentage of women each in age groups. Okay. So basically, the population pyramid is drawn in such a way that the left side of the diagram, it shows the percentage of the male population, and the right side of the diagram or the pyramid, actually, it shows the percentage of female population in different age groups. Okay. So here you can see, like this is the population pyramid actually. Okay, this is how the diagram looks like, and one side, this side where it is shaded with this black and white color, actually here it is the male population, and on the right hand side is the female population, and here at the base it is written percentage 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 percentage. Okay, again here on the left hand side, right hand side also you can see 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Okay, and it may increase 12, 13, 14, 15, like this way it may increase. And on the left hand side, a vertical line is going here, age groups years it is written. Okay, so 0 to 4 years, 5 to 9 years, 10 to 14 years, 15 to 19 years, 20 to 24 years, like this way it is given. So now if I have given the data of population like 0 to 4 year, okay, 0 to 4 year, this much percentage of male and this much percent of females are there. 5 to 9 years, this much percent of male and females are there. And like this way, I have provided you information up to 60 years and above. Okay, that this much percentage of males are there in the 60 years of age group and this much are the females. So now with the help of this data, actually, if you try to draw the diagram, okay, you will, the diagram will be of this shape, or the diagram may be of different shape also. So basically this diagram, okay, it shows that more number of people, more number of population are there in the age group of lower age groups. Okay, but in the higher age group, the number of population is very much less. Okay, again you see that more number of male are there in the lower age group, 0 to 4, 5 to 9. You see around 40, 12, 10% of population is there. But in the case of females, you see in the age group of 0 to 4, only 11% is there. In the age group of 5 to 9, only 9%, less than 10% is there. Okay, so it also shows that the number of males are more in the lower age groups than the number of females. Okay, and the total population of, and the total number of people are more in the lower age group as compared to the higher age groups. Okay, so through this diagram, what can we say actually? Through this diagram, we get the information that this is the diagram of Nigeria actually. Okay, this is the diagram of Nigeria, and this type of diagram, okay, is known as the expanding population. Okay, so when the diagram is like this actually, so you have to understand that the population pyramid is actually an expanding population pyramid. It means that the country is having a higher birth rate, and as because there is a very higher birth rate, so more number of population can be found in the lower age groups. Okay, and very less number of people are there in the higher age groups. Okay, so basically the underdeveloped nations, okay, the poor nations, they basically have this kind of population pyramid where the birth rate is higher. Okay, see, expanding population. The age-sex pyramid of Nigeria, as you can see, is a triangular shaped pyramid with a wide base and is typical of less developed countries. Okay, so the age-sex pyramid which I have shown you just now, it is actually what? It is a triangular shaped pyramid actually. Okay, and the base is much wider. Okay, the base is much wider. Okay, and this type of pyramid, like this type of pyramids can be drawn with the population of the less developed countries. Okay, basically the less developed countries, they represent such kind of population pyramid. Okay, so these have higher population in lower age groups due to high birth rate. Okay, and you have seen that more number of people, more percentage of people okay, are there in the lower age groups. Okay, why? Because the birth rate is higher. So if you construct the pyramids for Bangladesh and Mexico, it would look the same. Okay, so if you construct the population pyramid of Bangladesh and Mexico, the population pyramid will look same actually. Okay, so such kind of population pyramid are known as the expanding population. That means birth rate is very much higher. Okay, and the population of the country is increasing rapidly. Now the next one. Next one is the constant population. Constant population, you will find that the population, instead of increasing in the lower age group, okay, the population has become reduced. Like in the middle age group, actually, you find more number of people are there. That means these people were there in the lower age group around 20 to 30 years ago. Okay, but now they're in the middle age group, and less number of people are there in the lower age group actually nowadays. Okay, why? Because the birth rate was high before, but now the birth rate has reduced. Okay, and the population is not increasing so much nowadays, so it is a constant population. Okay, see the Japan pyramid. Okay, the Japan pyramid has a narrow base and a tapered top, showing low birth and the death rate. Okay, so basically in case of Japan, okay, in case of Japan, if you draw the population pyramid of Japan, you will get a narrow base is there. The base is not wider like the previous one, but the base is narrow. That means the percentage of people in the lower age group is very much less. Why? Because the birth rate is very much less, as well as the death rate is also less. Okay, and the population growth in developed countries is usually zero or negative. Okay, so basically this kind of population pyramid can be found in the developed countries where the population growth rate is zero or negative, because both the birth rate and death rate are almost same. So there is not an increase of population. Okay, population increase does not take place so much actually. Okay, so this kind of population pyramid is known as the declining population. Okay, and the third one, the aging population. Okay, so this is what about sorry, declining population. Okay, so these are the third one is the declining population. Okay, so expanding population we have explained. Constant population, like okay, sorry, declining I have explained actually. That is the Japan actually. Okay, this one is the declining. Okay, here you can see very less population is there in the lower age group. Okay, in 0 to 4 years, suddenly the population has increased, has decreased. Okay, so it shows the declining population. So in case of Japan, actually this is the case. Okay, and in case of constant population, it is Australia actually. Okay, so Australia's age6 pyramid is bell shaped and tapered towards the top, and this shows birth and death rates is almost equal, leading to a near constant population. Okay, so basically this is the expanding population where the birth rate is more. This is the constant population where the birth rate and the death rate is almost same, and this is the declining population. That means suddenly the population growth has started declining. Okay, so this different types of diagrams can be drawn actually, different shape. Okay, this population pyramid can be of different shape depending upon the population growth actually. Okay, so this population pyramid, it basically provides us information actually, okay, about the ratio of male and female in different age groups. Okay, so you can say that the age6 pyramid of the age6 composition is a study about the population. Okay, it's a study about the detailed study. Okay, detailed information about the population. Okay, in different age groups and of in different age groups. Okay, the male and female population of different age groups. The next topic which I am going to discuss is the aging population. So when I was explaining about this constant expanding population, I said that the percentage of people, okay, when the percentage of people in the higher age groups, okay, means when the population or greater proportion of population above 60 years represent an aging population. Okay, that means when the percentage of people in the higher age groups increases, okay, that is known as aging population. So what is this aging population that we are going to discuss? Aging population. Aging population is the process by which the share, that is the percentage of the older population, becomes proportionally larger. And this is a new phenomenon of the 20th century. Okay, so when the percentage of people, okay, when the percentage of people in the higher age groups increases, okay, and increases, okay, the phenomena is known as the aging population. So basically a country, okay, where the birth rate was very much higher before, maybe 50 years ago, the birth rate was very much higher. So 50 years ago or 60 years ago, the people who took birth actually, okay, they will now be older. Okay, so at that period of time, there was a high growth rate of population. Okay, and this population are now becoming old. They are now attaining the age of 60 years and above. So this population will come to the higher age group. And in that same country, now the birth rate has declined actually. So here you will find that more percentage of people are there in the higher age groups actually. Okay, that means the population of that country is becoming old. Okay, and it is known as the aging population. Like in case of India, okay, in case of India also, now the percentage growth rate is very much higher. Okay, the birth rate is very much higher, so more number of people are in the lower age group. After 50 or 60 years or 70 years, you will find, okay, that maximum percentage of the population, okay, maximum percentage of the population will be in the higher age group, 60 years and above. Okay, so at that time, the population of India will also be aging. Okay, it will be becoming old. So in most of the developed countries of the world, population in higher age groups has increased due to increased life expectancy. Okay, so basically in the developed countries of the world, actually, the percentage of people in the higher age group is increasing day by day. Okay, why? Because the people are attending, more number of people are attending the higher age group, 60 years and above. And on the other hand, the people who are attending age group of 60 years and above, they live for a longer period of time. Okay, why they live for a longer period of time? Because of better medical facilities and all, because of increased life expectancy. Okay, so this is the reason that the share of the people in the higher age group become increase. It increases actually. Okay, so the population becomes aging population actually. So with a reduction in birth rate, the proportion of children in population has declined. Okay, so with a reduction in the birth rate, the proportion of children, that is the percentage of children in the population, has declined. Okay, so because of the decrease in the birth rate, the number of children has reduced, but the number of people in the higher age group has increased, because the children which okay, like who took birth 60 years ago, actually they are now in the 60 years age group. Okay, and they will survive for a long period of time. Okay, because of medical facility, improved medical facilities and all. Okay, so the percentage of people in the higher age group will increase day by day. So this is why it is said that the population of that particular country is becoming old, or it is said that the population is aging, actually aging population. Okay, so this is what about the age structure and the age sex composition, or the age sex pyramid and the aging population. Okay, which are some of the important topics of population studies.